Hello guys, I promised you a filler video so you wouldn't get bored of me and my channel. I'm currently working on recruiting and my compilation video, excuse me. I was drinking, my bad. Anywho, we're gonna review the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading Card Game Duel Masters Guide. Hope you enjoy. Let's just push play here. What is this? This is published. It's a Rules DVD, and it was published. Let me find a date. Oh, I don't really know when it was published exactly, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Started in '98. So yeah. What is this? Did they really do this all for a DVD about rules? Oh, okay, I'll give them credit. There's the Millennium items.
Chapter 1, Prologue. Hi, duelists, it's me, Yugi, and the one and
The
only
Yugi.
Joey Wheeler. Today, we're hosting a special program for everyone watching this DVD. We're gonna tell you how to play the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading Card Game. It's
Okay.
my favorite game, and I know it'll be yours too. Yeah, and if you
How do you
perfect all the
know
techniques
this,
in
dude?
DVD, you'll be a master duelist, like yours truly, right, Yug? You're a master duelist? What? You don't think I can duel? I'm only kidding.
Hold on. Master Duelist, you're getting way ahead of yourself, buddy.
Of course you can duel! Joey wasn't much of a duelist until he learned all these techniques, and now he's one of the best duelists in the world!
Is that why he always almost lost? Well, sometimes anyway. He didn't always lose, or even come close. He always had Yugi's help somehow, though.
Hey, you're embarrassing me. You don't have to lay it on so thick. Even
That's what she said.
though it's true. This Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading Card Game Duel Master's Guide will explain everything you need to know so that you can jump right into your very first
Everything all the way up to second gen, Yugi. You're getting ahead of yourself, too.
duel. Alright, let me give you the basics of the game. The object of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading Card Game is to win a match against your opponent. Each card battle against an opponent which determines a win or loss is called a duel. A match consists of 3 duels. The player who's the first to win 2 duels, or who has 1 win and 2 draws in a match, is declared the winner of the match.
I don't even think tournaments go by these rules, ladies and gentlemen. I really don't. It was always one game and it was over. But if we're going by official rules, I think the tournament holders are going to have to pay attention to this.
Which means the player's the winner of the game. Right. However, if the result of the 3 duels is 1 win, 1 loss, and 1 draw, or 3 draws, then the match itself ends in a draw.
The fuck? Are you serious? There's no second match? So both people go home without winning or losing? What?
Each player begins a duel with 8,000 life points. The
Players play it loosely, by the way, at home.
life points gradually decrease due to the amount of damage you get from battle. If your opponent's life points are reduced to 0, you're the winner of the duel. It's also important to remember that if both you and your opponent's life points reach 0 at the same time, the duel ends in a draw. You can't draw a card when you need to because you've run out of cards in the deck, you lose the duel. Be careful. In addition, if you have all 5 Exodia cards in your hand at any time during the duel, you instantly win the duel.
It's kind of hard because not only are there rare cards, it's hard to know where they are in your deck. You can't just place them in a row, you have to shuffle them legitly.
So far, we only explained the basic rules. Right. Now, we're going to delve into more detail in each chapter. Chapter 2, Preparation.
Oh boy,
To begin
preparation.
a duel,
H.
you need a deck containing a minimum of 40 cards. The set of cards you use in the duel is called the deck.
It's called the Dick.
The deck must contain at least 40 cards.
40
Aside from this
Siemens.
minimum limit, your deck can contain as many cards as you like. Also, you can have 15 additional cards in a separate pile. This
Separate pile. I thought it was 40 regulation.
is called the side deck. Between duels, you can exchange any card in your deck for any card in your side deck.
Is this tournament rules? I guess so, maybe.
But after exchanging the cards, you must have the same number of cards in your deck. This means the number of cards in the side deck must always be 15. You're allowed a maximum total of 3 copies of the same card in your deck and side deck combined. Also, in your combined deck and side deck, you can only have 1 copy of each limited card and 2 copies of each semi-limited card. To get the most recent information regarding the limited card list, tournaments, and much, much more, you can visit www.yugio-card.com. Check it out!
You're gonna have to. If you're a tourney fag.
Next, I'll explain the game mat. This field is where you place the cards and battle with them. The half of the field nearest you is your side of the field. Now let's get to the nitty-gritty. Deck zone. Your deck is placed face down here. At the beginning of your turn, you draw 1 card from here. Monster card zone. This is the zone where you place a monster card. You can only have a maximum of 5 monster cards in the monster card zone at the same time. Spell and trap card zone. This is the place you can use spell and trap cards.
If I remember correctly, there
Only
might
have
be
a
some
maximum of
monsters
5
out there
cards in
that
the spell
count
and
as
trap
2.
card zone at the same time.
Don't know.
Field card zone. A field spell card is a special kind of spell card that can only be played here. Some examples of field spell cards are Yami and Sogen.
And Toon World,
Fusion deck zone.
I
If you
believe.
use fusion monster cards, put your fusion deck here. The fusion deck consists of a group of fusion monster cards. The fusion deck is always kept separate from the deck. Remember, the cards that make up the fusion deck are not counted towards the 40-card limit of the deck.
Can you stop that beeping noise? We have a flashing indicator on the screen. We
Graveyard.
don't need that.
This is the zone where you put destroyed monster cards and used spell and trap cards.
No more beeping. Thank you.
Chapter 3, Card Details. To
Okay.
make a strong deck, you need to know all about the features of the cards. There are
Well, no shit. I mean, it's a really detailed game, to be honest. And people call it fucking easy. I don't think it is, but whatever. Y'all been playing for your life. So, it's better give and take from everybody. Bullshit!
3 main card types. They are monster cards, spell cards, and trap cards. To win a duel, you must construct a deck that's well balanced with these 3 types of cards. And you have to use them efficiently.
Note to self. Most people will use spell cards, if you're an idiot. Trap cards are more effective.
Let's take a closer look at these cards so that you can develop your strategy. Monster cards. Monster cards are the main cards during a battle.
Excuse me.
The role of a monster card is to destroy your opponent's monster and reduce your opponent's life points. Of course, monster cards with higher attack points or defense points make a more devastating impact. Remember, you can only place 1 monster on the field per turn. There are various kinds of monsters, each with different features, so using them efficiently at the right time is the difference between victory and defeat. Normal monster cards. These are the basic monster cards. Some of them are really powerful. Effect monster cards. These monster cards have various effects. Even when compared to the effects of spell cards and trap cards, many effect monster cards have useful effects. An effect monster with low attack points and defense points can sometimes take an important role during the duel. Fusion monster cards. These monster cards are summoned by using 2 or more fusion material monsters, along with a spell card such as polymerization. Check the rulebook to learn how to summon fusion monsters. Ritual monster card.
Whoa, wait, hold up. I thought this was a guide DVD. You would include everything they need to know about the game. Why would they need the real rule book if they have this DVD? Enough said. I'm not gonna rant. It's pretty stupid.
You can summon this special monster onto the field only when you fulfill the specific requirements by having the designated ritual spell card and the monster cards as a tribute. Check the rulebook to learn how to summon ritual monsters.
Again, rulebook. DVD.
Next, I'll explain the information shown on each card. Attack points and defense points. Attack points and defense points are the numbers used to judge the result of a battle between monsters. When the card is in attack position, the attack points are applied. When the card is in defense position, the defense points are applied. Level. Level indicates the strength of a monster. In general, the higher level monsters with lots of stars are stronger. Type. Type shows the feature of a monster. There are 20 different types. You need to pay careful attention to the type because
After Gen 1 and Gen 2, there were way more, I believe. We'll see.
types are affected by specific spell cards. Attribute. There are 6 different attributes. In addition to the type, you also have to pay special attention to the attribute because some spell cards are applied to a specific attribute. Spell cards. Spell cards have various effects, such as increasing your monster's attack.
They're
points
showing
or
all the
defense
OP
points,
cards and all
destroying your
the
opponent's monster,
the cards
controlling
people
your
normally
opponent's
use.
monster, restoring a monster from the graveyard, and much, much more. Keep in mind that usually you can only use a spell card during your turn. Besides normal spell cards, there are continuous spell cards, equip spell cards, field spell cards, quick play spell cards, and ritual spell cards. If you check the icon on the cards, you can easily distinguish what kind of spell card it is. For more details, check out the rulebook. Trap cards. You must set trap cards face down on the field, and you can activate them after the start of your opponent's turn. The effects of trap cards are very similar to spell cards, but one different feature of trap cards is that if the timing's right, you can activate them even on your opponent's turn. In most cases, trap cards are the cards that can help you out when you are really in trouble. Besides normal trap cards, there are 2 other types of trap cards: continuous trap cards and counter trap cards. Check the rulebook for details. Is everything clear so far?
No! You didn't tell us how to ritual summon. You didn't tell us how to normal summon. And you didn't tell us about spell and trap cards. You just said the basics. Good job, Chapter 2. Good Josh. Good Josh.
Now, let's develop strategies that reflect your dueling style to create your own personal, powerful deck. Chapter 4, Phases of Gameplay.
Apparently I was on the wrong chapter. Whatever. Poop. Chapter 3, whatever is what I meant to say. But that's a nice room. I wouldn't mind dueling there, just for fun. Hey look, it's Joe Schmo and Joe Michelle. I don't know, he looks like a girl.
Well, Joey, how about we start dueling?
All right, but first we have to prepare for the duel.
Oh
In the
god, the
beginning,
beeping
don't
noise is
forget to
there.
say hello to your opponent and shake hands.
Nobody shakes hands anymore.
Next,
What are
shuffle
you,
your
crazy?
deck thoroughly and hand it to your opponent.
You don't know where their hands have been, up their butt, in their
After you
flu-ridden
receive your
nose,
opponent's deck, shuffle
in their
it.
penis, on their
This
penis,
is
in their
called the
vagina,
After the
on their
cut,
cousin's
return your decks to
vagina,
each other. Now you have your deck back.
on
Put
your
deck
mom's
onto the deck
vagina.
zone in the game map.
I'm having a little bit much
If you use a
more
Fusion
fun
Monster
than you
deck,
are
place it face
making
down on the
this.
Fusion deck zone.
You could tell.
Next, show your opponent that your side deck has exactly 15 cards. Count the cards face down.
Joey, but what if I brought one extra? Where'd I put it?
Okay, now decide who goes first with a coin toss, or rock, paper, scissors. The winner of the coin toss gets to choose whether to go first or second. For later duels in the match, the loser of the previous duel decides who starts first. Both thrown.
Lag.
The first cards in hand.
Come on, DVD.
Draw one turn from the top of own.
What is going on?
And play. If there any card is specifically set, certain actions must be did their phase, these be done here.
What?
Move on phase one.
Good job, DVD. This is how you know something's dated. Keep in mind this is in pretty excellent condition.
Only way place monster on field or hand to return. Play is
Oh god, YouTube poop material coming.
Down position your hand called set. When you summon the card hand onto the field, and indicate that the monster card is attached. When you put the card hand onto the field, down and horizontal, the monster card is in disposition.
What the fuck?
During turn, can only play.
Alright, we somehow fixed it, guys. Somehow.
During your turn, you can only place one monster in your hand onto the field. So, during the same turn, you cannot set a monster after you normal summoned a monster, and vice versa. Remember, you cannot change the battle position of a monster during the same turn in which
This
it was
dude's
summoned
confused
or
on
set.
how to play himself. He's like, what?
When you normal summon or set a high-level monster,
End phase. In this phase, announce the end of your turn to your opponent. If you have more than 6 cards in your hand, discard cards to the graveyard until only 6 cards remain in your hand.
end of the duel. Each player alternately repeats the process from the draw phase to the end phase. When one player's life points reach 0, or when one player cannot draw a card, the winner is decided.
That's the end of the duel. Five, battle and damage.
This goes on for more, but you guys know how to calculate damage.
gonna
All you
explain
have
more
to
about
use
the
is a
battle phase.
calculator or something,
battle
or
phase is
those little
conducted as
counters they
follows.
give out, but really only tournaments use those, some maybe rarely.
1. Start
This
step.
goes on forever, but I'm gonna end the
Declare
video
that you're
here.
entering the battle phase.
Pretty good DVD, but it doesn't explain
2.
as much as the
Battle
rule
step.
books, which is the downside
Select and
to it.
announce
So if you
which of your
spent full
monsters
money
you'll
on
be
this
attacking
DVD, you kind of got ripped
Next,
off.
select one.